Welcome, collectors and heavy equipment and truck enthusiasts. Thank you once again for joining me for a new episode of Diecast Emporium. As always, I'm your host, Tommy, and if you haven't yet, or if this is your first video that you've watched of me, please take just a quick moment and hit that subscribe button located right below the video that you are watching now. That does two things. One, it helps with the growth of this channel so that we can continue to provide you great reviews of Diecast products. And two, most importantly, it helps you never miss an uploaded video that I film, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Back to the product review you are watching right in front of you right now. This is the Greenlight Collectibles SD Truck Series 13 2009 Mack Granite Dump Truck. It is not only a dump truck, but this one has some nice attachments on it. It has a snowplow and a salter rig, and it's in the livery of the Indianapolis Department of Public Works. Now, city I live in is Cincinnati. Cincinnati is roughly about an hour and a half east of the city of Indianapolis, so I have been to Indy on more occasions than I can possibly count. Ran out of hands and feet. Can't count that high. So, on this truck, and every time that I go to the city of Indianapolis, especially in the wintertime, I have seen these plow trucks. They do exist. However, I have not seen a Mack. Most of the time, or every time that I've seen one of their plows, it's been of the international truck kind. So I'm sure they exist, but this is an accurate representation of their livery and their setup that a lot of their trucks have. But I would have liked to have seen this in an international cab, because again, when you go there, or even if you live there, most of the plows that you will see, and all of the plows that I have seen, are the international cab. So why they went with a Mack, not sure. Maybe they do have some. I just haven't seen them. I don't know. But a little bit of background and real-world information for those that like that kind of relevance. I like to bring that to my videos, especially on something that I can directly relate to. So the SD Trucks series, there's always 3 vehicles in each series. So in Series 13, you can expect to find this vehicle. You can also expect to look for the 1980 Chevrolet C17 grain C70 grain truck, rather. I think that's a blue cab, if I'm not mistaken. There's also a 2020 Mack LR rear loader refuse truck. I think that is in the City of New York livery, if I'm not mistaken. Please, somebody correct me if I am. Back of the box has all of your copyright information. The one big negative that I want to get out of the way right now, because I've always had this issue with Greenlight packaging, and I understand that you have to make a product to a certain price point to appeal to the masses that you can sell in mass stores like a Meijer, like a Target, and I've even seen Greenlight now making their way into Walmart. But I hate this packaging. This packaging absolutely drives me nuts because, number one, it's a pain in the ass to open, and number two, you can never put your vehicle back in the box without destroying the packaging. So I wish Greenlight would spend the money and engineer a better way to design their packaging so that when you're done with your model, either for safekeeping or for the long-term value of your model, that maybe they just have this closed-off piece here with a couple ends that just open up, you know, with 2 side flaps that open up, so that you don't completely destroy your model if you want to open it and display it. That's my 2 cents. Let's get this thing open now. There is a way that I have found to somewhat keep your packaging intact, although again, if it's open and it's not sealed new. And that is, you can take an X-Acto knife right along these edges, all through here. And what you're doing is you're creating a small lip that you can lift up, grab the truck out, and then put this back down. So what I'll do now is I'll pause the video, I'll cut this up, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what I did. Okay, thanks for sticking with me. So, as promised, here's what I did. So you can definitely tell that this has been opened. So I took an X-Acto knife or a razor and went all along this tiny lip here. Created myself a small piece where I could lift this up, grab the backing, lift that up as well. Now I can get to the truck, try and get him out. Just like that. There's the truck. And if we do this right, we can put this back in, push this back down, and kind of, sort of if this didn't rip here and this didn't rip here, at least you have packaging that you can put your truck back in, that it won't fall out if you need to transport it from point A to point B, or if you keep your models in storage like I do, because I have a billion models in my collection. That's a slight over-exaggeration, but you get the idea. Back to the model review. Here is our truck. 5 minutes into the video, we finally get a first look at what you guys came here to see. Here is the Mack Granite plow truck. Overall, first impressions, it's very nice looking. The color livery is pretty attractive, especially for the city of Indianapolis. Again, very accurate to their DOT trucks, what they look like, Public Works. The plow is fixed in position. You cannot turn it left or right. It is stationary, nor can you lift it up and down. It appears as though you probably could remove it because it is held to the truck by a single Phillips screw, seen there. So if you want to remove it, you could probably do that with ease. Additionally, the salter, I don't think you can remove the salter without probably disassembling the whole truck. But the dump mechanism still works, and it raises up to a very good height as seen here. So you could realistically depict the truck going down your highway or throughway and dispensing some salt out the back with the bed tilted up. So nice functionality there. I'm glad that they engineered the box to still be functional on this basic Mack Granite dump truck that they've had for a number of years, but in this case, they've added the salter to it. The salter casting itself has a lot of intricate details in it, which is pleasing to see, including the different loading mechanisms, obviously the chute at the back where the salt or the mix would come out, and an amber working light that you can see right here. Coming along to this side, again, you have an exhaust on the right-hand side, the Indianapolis City Public Works logo, and a DOT number. If you are wondering why they went with Indianapolis, my assumption is because it was probably the easiest license for Greenlight to acquire, being that Greenlight Collectibles is headquartered in Indianapolis. Here again is the front look at the plow truck, which I think actually, again, looks pretty darn good. My only thing I could have asked for on the model itself is for the blade to have been engineered a little bit better, to have some functionality into it, to be able to be moved left or right. It doesn't even necessarily have to be lifted up or down. I would have been okay with that, but just have a little bit of play or pitch left or right would have been nice to see. But that's it. That concludes my review of the Greenlight Collectibles Mack Granite Dump Truck in a plow and a salter configuration. Overall, I think it is a decently executed model for the price. If you find these in stores or from most online retailers, at least initially at release, they're around $15 or $16. Not a whole lot of money. You're certainly not going to break the bank picking one of these up. But again, for that kind of money, it would have been nice to have seen some more functionality on it. That'll conclude this review. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Until next time, I'm Tommy with Diecast Emporium. Take care. Be well. I'll see you in the next review.